another 60 days, 75 days.
So what about her 405 number? Assuming the husband, ex-husband, soon-to-be ex-husband even agrees to that number.
Now what you can do is you can go to title and open up escrow, and they can do a prelim report for you. And they're going to tell you like, oh, we have an issue.
Yeah, they'll point it out.
Yep.
Nice.
Which we already know there's
Yep.
an issue.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The law states that if someone has been in the property for 60 days, or for a year or more, you have to serve them a 60-day notice. If your intent is to move into this property, that law no longer is valid.
What do you mean? Oh,
30-day notice.
Occupied.
If you want to inhabit your own house.
30-day notice.
So it just goes to 60 to 30, but you still have to do an eviction?
You still have to do eviction, yeah.
Okay.
But you save yourself 30 days.
But you could also offer cash for
Cash for keys.
keys.
and I.
But it sounds like she has an attorney that wants $25,000.
No, that's the...
Well, and that's not the sister that's there.
Oh, okay.
That's the sisters that's in the Bay Area.
I gotcha.
And
Oh.
so
Palo Santo.
the sister that's living in there, yes, I would probably have to.
That's the one that has a-
Is there a will?
I believe so.
You need to find that out.
Oh, dear.
Can the will trump it?
The question then
It can
becomes,
trump his third.
it depends on what well, no, because the rights of survivorship transfers over to those people. So what does the will say though? Upon my death, my assets go to, but if he's already transferred his assets out of his name by virtue of adding people to joint tenancy with him, then you can argue the fact that this will even pertain to this property anymore.
So this is a good time to have a lawyer friend.
Definitely. This is a probate issue. It's a quiet title issue. I have an attorney, Jay Freeman, Sacramento. He can handle this one for you.
I mean, it's a beautiful home.
It's worth the money. It's worth the money to invest in this and get it going.
How do we know? Do you know what repairs are?
I've been to the house, I haven't been in. I know that all the carpets are pulled up because she has dogs. So I know it's gonna definitely, all carpets, it's gonna need a full paint inside and out, sorry. And just minor updating. I mean, it was built in 2005, so I mean, it's, it backs up to a green belt, it needs landscape to be fluffed up.
Do the numbers work though?
Yes. If I do it at 405, considering my rehab as a high number, it actually ends up being about 65, 68% that I'm purchasing it at.
Okay.
Are you using, what if you did it the 15%
So
way?
what's the loan on this?
200 and some odd thousand.
So yeah, 185 is a published bid. So why not just go to the auction?
I don't have cash.
Find a partner.
Well, no, and actually the bid, that's where I was asking you this other question yesterday.
Yeah.
The published bid is 405. Unless it's changed.
See, I'm looking at the notice of trustee sale. It says the initial publication of the notice of trustee sale is 185,330.
Okay, and that one, it's been postponed and it bumped up on one of the postponements.
So yeah, I would take the TS number, the trustee sales number, and I would call them. They won't tell you the opening bid. Well, you know what? What does Property Radar say?
What's the arrears on it?
It says 405, about 30-some thousand.
30-some thousand.
Yes.
So this is, just for me to clarify, this is complicated
That's
because
less
you
than
can't just
10%.
go put it under contract and get the signatures because two of the people are dead, you need affidavits of death, there's a clouded title, you're gonna have to do a quiet action
I don't,
suit.
I
So all those
don't
things
actually know.
complicate being able to wrap it up under contract and then sell to a buyer.
Personally, I don't know. Yes, if I could get Diane Colby,
No.
Sally Thornburg and her husband all to sign, that'd be great. I could cover my bases with everything.
That's right, yeah.
But Sally is, I think, speaking for her husband, right, or ex-husband, doesn't wanna sell. She wants it.
She wants to lose it?
She thinks she'll get more money at the auction. And
Oh, in surplus funds?
in surplus funds.
Oh, please.
And she also thinks.
Do you all understand that, guys? Do you want to?
And that's where I know she won't get that.
So,
because
explain surplus funds for the people that don't know.
So between what's the loan amount and what allegedly it's gonna sell for at auction, that's the surplus funds. Problem with that is, that's the bank taking at that. They're also gonna start now detracting whatever it costs to do the foreclosure and all of their fees and everything else.
Because they're gonna try to keep as much of it as they
So,
can.
they're gonna jack up and say, this is how much it costs us to do that. So she's now looking at maybe 3 something, whatever. And she's a realtor. I mean, if you look at her up, I mean, she's got this nice, does big homes down in the Bay Area and everything. But obviously, she don't know shit from Shinola. And that's, you know. and
So Property Radar has this as an ETAL.
this is,
So it says Diane Colby ETAL.
what's that mean?
Multiple people.
At all.
And others.
Yeah.
And others.
And that would be
Yep.
that would be the Sally and her husband, the Thornburgs.
Right.
And then they show the auction date.
Property Radar has a published bid as 185,330.
It's changed. Oh, keep going down then.
Yeah, that's it.
Foreclosing loan amount, 100.
Whoa, that's changed.
160.
Okay, published bid.
That's what I'm saying. Like, man, go bid it out, man, and it clears title for you completely. You don't have to hassle with it all. I'd go to them and say, look, I'll either give you guys some cash so you can get some money, or I'll go take my chances at the auction for 185.
There'll be a few people there.
There definitely will be a few people there.
Yeah, that
But
neighborhood and that community.
but this changing from and that's where her thing was, the 405, that's where, what she was.
This is on Wilson's birthday. Oh no, the day after.
If that's changed down to back to that, I don't know
24th,
where
yeah.
they had gotten a 405.
That's it. That's awesome.
Did you ever see 405
I did see it.
on auction.com?
I saw it on Property Radar.
So the foreclosing loan amount is 160. That's all the late fees and penalties and everything for 185. Look at this, guys. The lender is Deutsche Bank. These guys, so Deutsche National Bank, trust care of. This is a trust. This is a MERS account. This is definitely a fraud account on this one. But again, you're not going to do some foreclosure defense on this. So there's too much equity in it. You're not going to screw around with that. So okay. So learning experience. What did you learn from this?
Actually going to the
Reading
courthouse steps
documents
as
is
an auction?
gonna be helpful.
Reading documents is extremely helpful. Going to the courthouse, definitely.
And I've been to the courthouse and I pulled every one of these.
Okay.
And that part of what it is I didn't understand the in-common and everything else. So now that I know that the dad owned it with the 2 people, and so he died, they now own it in title full, and the other one to Sally is null and void because it wasn't signed by all 3.
So what is the document that signed over to Sally?
It was a grand deed.
It
It's
was
just a grand deed.
Yep.
And it was
But-
only signed by the
Father.
The father.
By the father.
Let's see who prepared
And
it.
that went to
But
Diane,
can't-
not Sally.
But can't
Yeah.
the child give their dad and mom's birth certificate and file that?
Their death
Death
certificate.
So
Yeah.
that gave it to Diane.
So that would give them.
Correct.
Not legally.
Supposedly, he wanted to give his portion to his other sister, his other daughter. And so that the 2 daughters would have 50-50.
So if she becomes a tenant in common, it's legal that way?
He wanted to give his portion. So let's assume he did that in the will, right? Let's assume he gave
So that would
he
only.
gave his full 1/3 interest.
But it has to state specifically what he's doing, and it doesn't say that.